The CAA Tournament begins this weekend. The Tiger Basketball Report begins now. Welcome to the Tiger Basketball Report, brought to you by the Green Turtle. I am your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, the Tigers will start the CAA Tournament play Sunday night, 8:30 at the Entertainment and Sports Arena down in Washington, D.C. You will take on Northeastern, team you just played this past Sunday. I'm sure at this point you really don't care who you're going to play. You just want to get out there and play a good game and advance to day 2 on Monday.
Well, we wouldn't mind if we had, like 3 buys and just had wins, but that's not going to happen. Hey, we've had a really good run here lately. In which you reward, you get to play a great Northeastern team. Billy Cohn's a good friend and a terrific coach, and they're really good. So it'll be a hard-fought battle. Proud of how our guys have played. Ultimately, everyone has a fresh start here in March, and who can execute well and play their game and put their game plan together, and for 3 days, play well, and maybe a couple guys have a little bit of calmer and they have it going. But like I said, it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a fun game. We'll have to play well. We have great respect for Northeastern, and we got some time to decompress and get ready for that, and hopefully we have some success.
Jordan Rowland is their leading scorer. He went into the Towson game yesterday, 6th in the country in scoring, and he had 24 points. He had 14 in the first half. He had 10 in about the first 8 minutes of the second half, but then he didn't score again the rest of the game. Was there something that you guys were doing differently to cut him off over those final 10 minutes of the ball game? I
thought we tried to do a good job on him early in the game. He's just a spectacular player. Like you just said, there's 4,400 players in the country. The guy's 6th in scoring. He's had an unbelievable year. We'll try to do a good job on him, and we're trying to make him take contested shots. They play with great spacing. They were missing Tyson Walker, who's a tremendous point guard. So
and I'm sure you expect him to be back.
Yeah, he'll be back, and so we'll have to adjust. And Bolden Brace is an all-conference player, and I love Max Borsiquat. He's my kind of guy, and they've got great bodies and physical on Northeastern. Point guard Shaquille Waters can play the point, 6'7", 3. So it's a tough matchup. We got to run good offense. We got to take care of the ball. We got to play great defense. These aren't cliches. These are just. It's going to be a high-level game. One thing I'm not be remiss if I didn't mention. We've had a very good season to date, and I know my players and staff. We want to thank everyone that kind of has helped us do that. Our media attention, sports information, the stuff you guys do, facilities, compliance, tickets, travel, the business. There's a lot, the band, the cheerleaders, dance team. I could go, all the fans that come out, because it takes a lot to have a good year. And these guys have been a great group to be around, as you know, and I think people have really grown to like our guys, and I'm appreciative of that, because we have a great place, and we have a really good group of guys to be around.
They are. In all the years I've been doing this is I told you this last week, one of, if not the most cohesive groups I've ever been around. They just like each other.
Yeah, it's been fun. You hope, like I said, you can have some good fortune in March so that it can keep going. Sometimes you're tired late in the year, but man, I would sign up to coach these guys for as long as possible.
You do have a full week, Sunday to Sunday, to get ready. How will you work what you do with this team during the week to get ready for Sunday's game?
Yeah, we'll try to stay sharp. We can't do a lot of contact. We only got 8 available scholarship guys. We got to get healthy. That was a long trip, and we just got to get, was a physical game yesterday that we were, fortunate to win. So, and there's no secrets. I mean, they know what we're going to do, and we'll try to tweak a couple things. They will too, but it's hard to stop good teams like that. We saw that yesterday. We've tried to hang our hat on our defense, and it's going to have to be up to the task next Sunday. But it is a long week. It's not like we're going to start doing bone-on-bone rebounding drills for a week in the middle of March. I would say players, we have so much access to them now in the summer. It's like a tire. Say you get 100 miles out of tire. It's the same thing. Like, these guys have been going for a while. You don't want you got to make sure there's some tread left on the tires.
Right. Yeah. It's going to be a long week, but it's also going to be a long Sunday because you're the last game, 8:30. Anything you think about of what you do during that day as the players get ready for an 8:30 game, which is a later than normal start?
We've talked about it. We've talked about it. Let them sleep in a little bit, and we might go over to the building earlier before we have a shoot around just to get them in there. And they're going to be antsy. We want them to try to. You got to execute. That's a big thing. There's no magic pill to beating a good team like Northeast. We've got to execute and be a connected group.
So the Tigers will take on the Huskies on Sunday night at 8:30. I will have the call for you on CBS Sports Radio 1300 and TowsonTigers.com starting at 8:15. So you play Northeastern again.
Will you be able to stay up that late?
Yeah, somebody may have to drive me home, but
All right.
I can get to 10:30. If you go to overtime, iffy. You play Northeastern for the second time in a row. I'm going to throw out a fun fact for you.
Okay. Who says it's fun?
Yeah. In the 95-96 season when Towson was in the America East, or it may have still been called the North Atlantic Conference then.
The NAC.
For some reason, there was a scheduling quirk, and Towson played Delaware the last two regular season games.
Wow, that is a quirk.
First game up in Delaware, Towson lost. Second game at the Towson Center, Towson lost. First round of this NAC tournament, who did Towson play? Delaware. 3 games in a row. But the Tigers beat them in the first round of the NAC tournament, only to lose in the semifinals to Malik Rose and Drexel.
Oh, he's pretty good. That's I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Very quirky to play 3 games in a row against the same team.
That is the beauty of college basketball. They're 40-minute games. It's anything can happen. It's not like a 7-game series.
Right. So the Tigers and the Huskies, we hope you'll tune in Sunday night at 8:30. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Tigers.